Okay, welcome to STEAM Village 2025 STEAM Challenges Summer Camp. My name is Lisa Henderson Rowe, and I am the interim program director for a STEAM Village. As you know, our STEAM Challenges Summer Camp starts this Monday, June 9th through July 2nd here at Centennial United Methodist Church. They've been a great partner thus far, and we hope to be here for a little bit and have other programs that you and your campers might be interested in. So again, you know all of this because you signed up for our STEAM Challenges Summer Camp, and it's about science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And each week, they will have a challenge. And if you look at some of the tables back here, that's just a little bit, and the STEM coaches can say, just a little bit of all the different types of materials and supplies we have, because we want your campers to look at the tables, look at everything on it, so they can imagine what they need to successfully meet the challenges. So you'll see circuits, feathers, you'll see everything on there. Again, our weekly challenges, and you'll learn a little bit more in a few minutes about them. They're going to build their own computer and use for the entirety of the camp. Do a Lego treehouse next week, the first week. Candy cart design challenge. If they want to do a candy cart or a food truck, they're going to be entrepreneur. They're going to design and build. Game design challenge. Everybody's going to do a bowling game, so we'll talk about that a little bit. Last week, we'll have a rocket challenge, go to the Cosmosphere, and then have students from MIT come and put on a festival. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But first, let's meet the village. I think some of the villagers you might have seen. But we have William Wells.
Lord.
He is our leader, our executive director and founder of the 11-year-old Esteemed Village. My name is Lisa Henderson Rowe. I am the interim program director. I've been telling people I've been in education, Charles, for 34 years, and then my math wasn't mathing. I'm like, it's 36 years. So 36 years, 10 of them teaching math and science, 25, that's why I wasn't mathing, 25 at the University of Kansas, writing grants and directing pre-college programs, getting students like yours into college, and then coming here to be the interim program director and having fun. So I'm enjoying this. We have our two program coordinators, and they hope, I see one of them, and one might be somewhere, but they are a joy to work with. They are fun, but they are all about the business and very effective. And so that's Miss Judy Hartman, raise your hand, and Miss Sharon McDonald. She's at the front door, so when you go back out, say hi. Those are our program. That's our leadership here that you will see. The true stars, along with your campers, are our STEM coaches, and they will introduce themselves in a little bit. We have Brian Waldo. Stop, Charles. And he's going to introduce himself in a little bit. He is STEAM Team Orange, and your campers tonight will find out what colors they are. We have Charles McLaughlin. Wave your hand, Charles. His hand will a little bit. He'll share a little bit about himself. He's STEAM Team Purple. Elizabeth, where's Elizabeth? She was the one telling you to sign in. Elizabeth does all teams. She will make sure that your campers are engaged and following all the processes so they can be successful in the challenges. We have Mrs. Jaleesa Davis over here. She's STEAM Team Blue. And we have Cameron Harris, STEAM Team Green. She has to leave because she has other things that she needs to do. So she's going to come and tell us a little bit about herself. And then, campers, you can see a little later on if you're on her team. Come up, Cameron.
Okay, hi guys. I've been working at a tech nonprofit called We Cook KC for 3 years, and I'm excited this year to be working with Esteemed Village on their 4-week summer program. I've coded a lot. I'm technically, my job title is website developer for WeCode right now. So I've done stuff like that. I've dabbled in like Legos and robotics and other things like that. So I'm really excited to work with your kids. I'm kind of familiar with it because I do a summer camp every year for them. So I'm excited to be like an extended version of that and be working on this team with wonderful people. So nice to meet you guys. Sorry I have to leave early.
And did you just graduate from where?
Oh, yeah, I'm a recent 2025 graduate from St. Teresa's, and I'm going to the University of San Diego this fall for biomedical engineering.
Trust. We have a great team. I have done summer camps and design summer camps for including years ago in the 90s for the governor of the state of Kansas. And I've had great teams, and I've had summer staff. And I've had good summer staff, and only a few that's been like, ooh, I don't know what went wrong. But this team is a fantastic team. They're skilled, they're not so young, but they're skilled, their knowledge, and their tech knowledge. I'm like, yes, this is exactly what we need. So you'll meet the rest of them in a few minutes here. So just to give you our framework of camp instruction and how we're going to engage your campers and how they will work with each other and work with us. We have a strategy it's an active participation strategy called SLAM. And as an educator, I've used it for decades, and it was developed by the Center for Research on Learning at KU. And it's about how you look when you're engaged and what you do when you're engaged. Kids think that we invented it for them, but this is what adults do. We have to, because people think we're crazy if we don't. So we sit up, we lean forward, ready for action. We activate our thinking, which is my favorite, and I'll tell you that in a little bit. We note key information, and we track the talker. So again, we sit up, because if you're slouched and looking at, we're in meetings, slouched looking up, doing all this, like, what is wrong with you? Can't do it in church. Can't do it anywhere. We lean forward, ready for action, ready to do verbs. Your students, your campus will do lots of verbs. They will problem solving, designing, creating, evaluating, collaborating, reading, writing. Yes, campers, you will be reading, writing, because you're going to read the raspberry book so you can put your computer together. Reading, writing, they'll be doing all kinds of verbs. So they're going to be asking questions, answering questions, and looking around. As an educator, I hate it when I always heard students, keep your eyes on your own page. If you're stuck, what's somebody else doing? I'm going to be nosy and ask you, well, how'd you get this? Kids love to explain how they got things done, so they're going to look around. They're going to get up, see what everybody else is doing, and ask questions. That's to activate your thinking. Note key information. Can't keep everything up here. So they're going to have a handy-dandy workbook each week that is going to guide them through the challenges, and they're going to take notes on definitions. They're going to take notes on what is an entrepreneur? What are the traits? What are the characteristics? What is it? What's not? That's how they learn. So they're going to take notes and track the talker. STEM coach talking, we're tracking. Your teammate is talking, we're tracking. We're watching a video to gain more information, you're tracking. So track the talker. Slant, if your student is slanting, your campus slanting, we all good. If they're not, we're not good. If they say, Mom, all I did was have my head down, and the only person you can blame is me. Because I'm like, no, because we're engaged. And your head's up, and we're here because your parents signed you up, and hopefully you wanted to come too, but you're going to have a lot of fun. The engineering design process, all of our challenges are embedded in the engineering design process. Identify the problem. What is it that I'm supposed to do? Understand. I love the understand part. That's when you get to do all the activities. That's when you get to say, okay, simple machines. Well, how do you make a pulley? Let's practice that. You don't have to do this elevator. That's when we understand about, oh, on my candy cart, what color should I make it for weatherization so it won't erode and fade? What fabric should I use? So let's talk about textile engineering and what that means. And yes, we're gonna talk about the color theory. And yes, we're gonna do sip and paint. So they're gonna come, we're gonna sip and paint. We're gonna have sparkling cider. And we're gonna have some bonbons and cross the legs and paint and have a good time. Ideate, brainstorm, and we're gonna do correct scale drawing. So we're gonna learn about rates, proportions, and scales. We're gonna do that correctly. And we're going to do a prototype and test. Not quite right, what am I gonna do differently? And then we're gonna share. So every Friday, when you guys come to pick them up, give yourself some time, because they're gonna be sharing with you. So you can see everybody's challenges and how it looks. So we're gonna be very excited to show you. Gracious professionalism. That's what we do. We are a team. We do the work to find solutions with guidance from our coaches and mentors. We know our coaches and mentors don't have all the answers. We learn together. We honor the spirit of friendly competition. What we discover is more important than what we win. Yes, the process. That's why we want to make sure we go through the process. That is more important than the product. Because once you get the process and do it more and more correctly, the product will be better. So we want them to do the process. What we share our experiences with others. We display gracious professionalism and cooperation in everything we do. We have fun, constructive fun. We're going to have lots of fun, but it is going to be constructive fun. So let's do some scenarios. Camper, slouched in their seat, looking up at the ceiling. So what should they do? Parents, start talking to your campers. Campers, talk to your parents. So let me hear some sound. Go ahead and start talking. So what should they do? Slouched in their seat and looking up at the ceiling. What should they do and why? Start talking about that.
Y'all can talk to each other. Y'all can talk to each other. You're like, who are you talking to? I'm like, y'all can talk to each other.
Okay, good. So, and parents, we want you to start talking to your kids starting now for Monday about slant. Hopefully, and I'm gonna tell you now, we're about to slant, and right now we're gonna what? Track the talker. That's slant. We're gonna track the talker, and activate our thinking. So you could have said everything, because slouched in their seat looking at the ceiling, they do need to sit up. They need to lean forward because they're about to do something. They need to activate their thinking. What is this about? What am I supposed to do? What's the next step? Note key information, of course, and track the topic. So it could have been all of them. So we'll have slant scenarios next week with them as well, so we can model and talk about how slant is. Slant's important. I would talk with them. I did that with my own kids. I've taken students, college undergrads, to a graduate college tour. And they've been doing slant since they were in 6th grade. So they understood when I said slant, they're like, okay, they got themselves together, got out notes because they're about to ask questions about cost, this and that. They understood what it meant. So please use it. So week 1, we'll go through this quickly. Build your computer Lego Treehouse Challenge. Your campers will build a Raspberry Pi, and a Raspberry Pi is and I have to read it, because I want to make sure, it is a single board computer. It is a computer like any other, but it is very small. It will have a have a keyboard, it will have a mouse, it will have a screen, a monitor. So they will build their Raspberry Pi, and that's what they're going to use for the rest of the 3.5 weeks. And yes, when July 2nd comes, they get to keep it. And you can connect it to any monitor, correct, including TVs.
HDMI.
Yeah, so they get to keep it. It's there, so they can personalize it, do all the stuff that they want to do. Raspberry Pi. And then they're going to make a Lego treehouse, but not just any Lego treehouse. You're not going to take Legos, make a little square, call it that. It's for a hamster. So you're going to have to make your own prototype of a hamster. So I gotta see that the hamster can live in it comfortably. Oh, and the hamster wants the elevator. So that has to be a working elevator for that hamster to go up and down. And you know, hamsters are happy, active animals. They want to slide. So that slide, you gotta have that. That's why they go to this table, and we got so much more field to see. Well, how am I gonna make this? Yeah, what is that? And they're gonna have a slanted roof, because we just went through a lot of weather. When do we have flat roofs? That hamster wants to be comfortable and safe. So it's not gonna be, yeah, we're just gonna do a little square block and I'm done. Nope. It's gonna have to be, yeah. Those are all the features of that hamster and his or her. And as you can see, here's the engineering process. Identify the problem. We have to design and build a hamster treehouse. And you have to understand, it can hold a hamster, have an elevator, a slide, angled roof. We're going to ideate, brainstorm, sketch ideas, create skill drawings, evaluate, and this elevator's not working, what am I going to do now? Prototype, build, test, redesign, and then we're going to share with you on Friday. So everything is embedded into the engineering design process. Week 2, candy cart design. We're going to be entrepreneurs. You're going to have a candy cart or a food truck, whatever they decide to do. But what is an entrepreneur? What about your business name? What about your logo? What are you going to put on there? How are you going to make it? Out of what fabric? Out of what materials? What are you going to do? And there's a lot of things it has to have. It has to have wheels. You have to design the awning or itself that has the right fabric or materials, because we're thinking of weatherization. So there's a lot that goes on here for the candy cart design. And then they'll build it, and it should roll and move. And one of the last things we'll do, I'm a math teacher by trade, I look at everything in math, sorry guys, but I do. We're gonna do volume, because what packaging are you using? What you selling? And what's your packaging? So we're gonna do net cubes and stuff like that so they can create packaging and learn more about volume. Week 3, video game design, and we're doing that because Mr. Wells said no, we're doing the video game design. Everybody will design a bowling video game. This is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to do 30 different games and how that looks. How is the character design? How are the levels? What are you gonna do? So it's the engineering design process all over again. You know, we'll have a storyboard because all good video games have what? A story. So what's that storyboard? What are all those things? What are the characters? What are the levels? And how are the changing properties and how can you change the goals? So that's where we learn languages, programming languages and platforms. And that's why I love these STEM coaches, because they know what to do. I'm like, I can give you some structure, but after that, and I can play the game, but after that, so I love them because they guide me and they're telling me what we need to do. And I'm like, whatever you think is fine with me. Week 4, rocket challenge. So we're gonna talk about rocket science. We're gonna do all different types of little rockets and see how far they go. But first, we're gonna learn about who Sir Isaac Newton and his 3 laws of motion. And I did stations for the STEM coaches. They just looked at me. I'm like, we're about to learn all of these laws. And so we're gonna do all types of activities with them. I love it, love it, love it. See my little pendulum up there? That's one of my favorite things in the world. I am such a nerd. That's one of my favorite things in the world. So we're gonna do that. And Tuesday we're going to the Cosmosphere. And don't worry, and I'm sorry. I'm telling you, you don't have to take notes. This is going to be in the parent portal, and we're going to email this directly to you. So this is all, I'm sorry for that. This is all, you're going to have all this information. Plus, we will definitely, when these things come up, we will email you everything. So we're going to go to the Cosmosphere in Hutchinson, Kansas. And as you see, it's going to be an early day and a long day, but it's going to be a fun day. So you're not gonna see your kids 12, 13 hours, but they're gonna have fun. We're gonna feed them, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna see all kinds of things about rockets and the astronauts and the space race and all of that wonderful stuff. And the last day is MIT Spokes, and this is very interesting. 8 students, 8 bikes, 4,000 miles, 80 days. God bless them. And they decided to pick a STEAM village to stop. So we support them by providing housing and food for a few days. And they will do, on that last day of camp, July 2nd, they will do a STEM festival where kids will learn about rocketry. And I think I picked AI. Can't remember what else I picked this. But it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be outside. We're setting everything up. Who doesn't like a good STEM festival? And that'll be the last day. So definitely we'll celebrate, have cake, cupcakes, get messy. They'll be coming home messy because it's the last day. So if you think things all over the shirt, it'll be okay. Bubbles, whatever's going on. And those are the 3.5, almost 4 weeks we will have. And let's meet our STEAM coaches again. Start with Brian. Okay, kids, do you see your name up here? If you see your name, you are STEAM Team Orange. And Brian, where did Brian go? Come on, introduce yourself, Brian. And again, we're sending all of this to you. We are sending all of this to you. So this is Mr. Brian.
Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Brian. I just graduated from West, and I'm going to study for SMT to get a major in information technology. All right. Really happy to be here to help these kids learn more about STEM, to foster STEM, encourage it within our community, and to have fun.
And next we have Charles McLaughlin, STEAM Team Purple. See if your name's up here. This is your STEM coach, and you're purple.
Hello, I'm Charles McLaughlin. I just graduated at Fox Legal. I'm going to go to UMKC for mechanical engineering, and this is my 6th year going to camp.
Charles helps me because this is his 6th year doing the camp. This is my 1st year doing the camp. So Charles, definitely. Miss McDonald, she's our other program coordinator. Raise your hand. Next, oh no, I missed it. No, I got it. Next we have Mrs. Jaleesa Davis. She's STEAM Team Blue.
Hey y'all, I'm Jaleesa. I didn't graduate as recently as my coworkers, but I went to the University of Central Missouri for teaching. So I have a degree in early childhood and elementary education with a minor in instructional technology. I am a wife and mother of 8, and I have been working with a STEAM village off and on for about 10 years. So I've been in education about 13 years.
And Mrs. Jaleesa Davis keeps me on my toes. Lisa, did you remember this? Lisa, what about that? I'm like, yes. And we have STEAM Team Green, Cameron, who had to leave. So we'll leave this up here to make sure if you know this is going to be your STEM coach and this is your color green. And last but not least, we have Elizabeth, who's STEAM Team All Colors, and everybody. She is going to make sure that, as I said, everyone is slanting, everyone's doing the engineering design process. The campers are involved and engaged, making sure that the STEM coaches have everything they need, so everything is just seamless.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm excited to meet every single child at this camp. I have already met some of them at the door, so and some of the parents too. So feel free to ask me any questions if you have any questions. And my name is Elizabeth, so I'm studying political science at American University in Washington, D.C. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm gonna learn everything about every single one of the kids. More than you.
so fantastic that she was like, I have 3 days a week, a 3-hour statistics class online. I said, oh, I said, we're gonna work it out because I think you need to be on my team and I'm praying for you because that was just a lot. She had a test this morning. So, yeah, and she said it was great. How was that? As we close, and then Mr. Rose will close with us, but as we finish up, camp expectations. Clear expectations help to create a safe, respectful, and enjoyable environment for all campers. Esteem village rules, roles, and expectations help guide behavior, promote positive interactions, and ensure that the camp experience is a positive one for everyone. That's what we want to do. We want you guys, campers, to have fun. Parents, we want your campers to have fun, and we are. They're going to collaborate, they're gonna talk, it's gonna be noisy, which I like, because that's what you do when you talk, you get excited, and we want them to be excited. So we want them to do all that, but we want them to be engaged, to talk to your campers about making sure you're engaged. And I don't think that we're gonna have any issues. I'll just, one thing, if I call you, it's not good. Because it's like, we're gonna redirect. The only thing would be is like, they just don't wanna be here, they just don't wanna do it. And we cannot abide that. We want everyone here to want to be here. We want them here, and we're going to be engaged. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to have morning snack, afternoon snack. We're going to make sure we feed them. It's going to be great. So, esteemed village, here's our role: ensuring the safety, well-being, and enjoyment of campers while engaging them in STEAM activities and projects, providing a well-trained summer staff to interact with and engage our campers. How long have we been preparing for them? 2 weeks. We weren't gonna say, oh, we're gonna get together for a couple days and then here's the, no. We needed some time, so 2 weeks, tomorrow will be our last day and we'll be ready to go. Providing STEAM challenges, supplies and materials, providing trips and special events at no additional cost, providing breakfast, lunch, and snacks for all campers. Yes, we will provide breakfast and lunch. Of course, if you want to send lunch with your camper or breakfast with your campers, or feed them at home, that's great. We will give them everything because I went to a 2-hour USDA training, which I am just like, oh Lord. I gotta follow these directions, and it's like, you're supposed to have 5 nuggets, not 4, not 6, 5. So yes, it was a lot. I was stressed. I'm like, oh Lord. Okay, so we're gonna provide all that and with snacks and ensure prompt and effective communication with campers and with you. So definitely you guys will check them in every morning. You have to come in, check them in, and Mr. Wills will talk a little bit about that. Check them out in the afternoon. In the mornings, we're gonna do a visual attendance, and I'll have my contact information because we expect them to be here every day, but things happen. And so as long as you reach out to me, but if you don't, because things happen and something might be moving quick, I will make sure that I'm gonna call you that morning, because if your kid's not here, we wanna make sure you know where your child is. Safety of the child is the most important. Parent role: ensure daily and timely attendance of your camper. Check your camper in and out each morning and afternoon. Ensure that your camper is well rested and ready to have fun. Encourage your camper to sleep each day, all day. Encourage your camper to practice gracious professionalism. Communicate any issues that may prevent your camper from having a positive daily experience. Sometimes things happen. You tell us, we know. And however we can help, we will help. Definitely. Communicate any absences and make sure to enjoy our Friday showcases. Remember that. Camper role: come ready to participate and have fun each day. Follow camp rules. Sled every day, all day. Practice gracious professionalism. And one of the most important, ask for help. You know, if you're frustrated and whatever, ask for help. If your stomach is aching, ask for help. Ask for help. No worries, we will help you. No worries, we will help you. Here's the camp schedule. Remember, we'll send in all of this to you. So basically, the camp is 8 to 5. That's that drop off and pick up. We want to be respectful of people work. So 8 to 8:45 camper drop off. We will have breakfast 8 to 8:55. Camp actually starts at 9. And 10:15, we'll have a morning snack. 11:30, we have lunch. We have an afternoon snack at 1:30, and camp is over at 3. We believe that 9 to 3 is good enough for camp. We've done a lot that day. And from 3 to 5, that's camper pickup. And then we'll have STEM centers. We'll have activities that they can chill, have a snack, relax, and do, waiting for you guys to pick them up. Just no stress, no nothing, whatever they choose to do. It'll be structured, but they can choose whatever they want to do. So they've had a long day, they want to chill, everybody wants to chill, we'll make sure that that happens. Before I turn it over to Mr. Wells, any questions, any concerns? Again, this will be on the parent portal. He will talk to you about that, how to access it, but we will email it directly to you. And if there's any questions, any concerns, I know that a couple of you talked about, and we will address that. Anything else? Any questions, concerns? We're gonna have a good time. Yes.
As far as the meals, do you consider consideration allergies?
Yes, we do. If they please tell us, as far as USDA, as far as nut allergies, there's a form that you and your doctor will complete and fill out with that. But whatever you tell us to do, or if you decide that you're gonna make sure that you're going to give the food, then that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Any other questions? Yes.
Can they bring like backpacks and water bottles and anything like that?
We will have, everybody will get their colored, because they're purple, orange, they will have their name tag and a string backpack. So they can have that. And then we will have big orange barrels of water, then they can have, and they can drink water at any time. If the kid says, I'm thirsty, they're thirsty. There's nothing that I question about that, you know. If the kid said, I'm hungry, they're hungry. There's nothing that I question about that. The summer staff will tell you, I feed people. And I feed people. When teachers always said, I gain weight working with you, because I just believe in that. So if they're like, oh, you know, Miss Lisa, I need something to drink, or I need something, of course we do. We will not say, no, you need to wait till, no, we don't do that. So yes, they can drink. We will have big barrels of little cups where they can drink all they need.
What about lockers?
Lockers for the bags? No lockers.
Do the parents get snacks too?
Yes. The parents do get snacks. Look, I don't turn anybody away. So the parents get snacks. Any other questions? Yes.
If we have another guardian or someone who's going to drop off and pick up, do we need to list that, or would it need to be the parent that's on the phone?
Mr. Wells, I'm assuming that they need to list if there's a possibility that other people could
Yeah.
pick them up, yes.
Yes, in ProCare, when you set up your account, you can list who else will be able to pick the child up.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a good question. Because again, most important, safety. Yes.
I have a ProCare account, their daycare,
Okay.
that, or is it separate?
They're logged into our camp, so when you come here, you'll just sign them in here. So I don't know if you can add, I'm not sure about that,
If you
have
can
to
add
add.
different sites.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be adding a different site, and you add a single village. Could be, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that
But
makes
since
sense.
you know how to use it, it'll be. Any other questions? Yes,
Maybe you went over this
that's
already.
okay.
Is there any phone rules? You know, they're always glued to their phones. Do you guys have any phone rules?
Well, and thank you for that slant. So if you're sitting up, leaning forward, activating, thinking you're fully engaged, then there's not gonna be a phone out. So definitely, there's not gonna be a phone out. If there's a phone out, campers, and you're not paying attention, of course, I'm a good teacher. I will redirect you and say, hey, this is what you should be doing in slant, and put the phone up. If I see it again, I'll take it. And then you can just have it at the end. because we're not gonna keep going. I did the group thing and I said, hey, but after that, I'll just take it. And there's not a discussion, there's not anything, I'll just take it. And then you guys are good because I'm stationary. I had camps where I took it and I had to be moving and the parents had to track me down. But I'll be here, so it's good, it's good, it's good. That's a good question, thank you. Any other questions?
Are they divided into different classes?
Thank you. We will be here and right here. And when you come in Monday, take a peek because they've had a good way of, I said I want it to be, a quad, but I also want it to be together because there's a lot of activities that they'll do together, a lot of things that they'll learn together. The wonderful thing about project-based learning, which is this, no matter what the age is, they can approach it at their level. So I'm assuming that a 14-year-old, game or candy cart or food truck will look different than a 10-year-old. But then there could be 11-year-olds that, blow everybody out the water. So, and so they'll be fine and they'll be, but definitely the older ones that we have are together. And they're STEAM Team Purple with Mr. Charles over there. And he's like, and I did that, he's been here for 6 years and he's done, the coding and all that good stuff. So I think that they'll really enjoy him. Good question. Any other questions? Mr. Wells?
I'm not gonna come up. I just want to tell everybody, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your summer. This camp, I was telling Charlie, this is like the first time on parent orientation, we weren't stressed, right? And hustling, and it's really good. Only thing I would tell you is you guys are helping us to basically breathe life back into this church. This church was built in 1907 by the hands of African Americans, and it's built to serve this community. And so Pastor Quinn, who's in St. Louis at a conference, you would be moved to see all of you here. Ms. Henderson Rowe has put together a heck of a camp, and I'm just excited to watch all you guys do. Thank you all for coming, seriously, and giving us your summer. All right.
Sal again.
No worries. We're going to send this to you, my contact information, the phone number that you can definitely get in touch with me at any time. And yeah, if you want to take a picture of something, I'm going to send that to you so you can email me, you can call me, anything that's going on, or hey, got a dentist appointment, we'll be there. Come, we're running late, you come at 9:15, I will make sure the baby eats. Because remember, everybody gotta be fed, so that's not a problem. Definitely, we are a community. Welcome to the village. You are ours now. And you think like, ha, ha, ha. Everybody point to him because trust, he believes in the village and community. And he will call you and say, hey, Mr. So-and-so and Mrs. So-and-so, would you like to come and volunteer? So I'm telling you, you're going to get called about that because it is a STEAM village because we are a village. We want to welcome you to the village. If there's any questions at any time on Saturday, I don't know if I'm picking up Saturday right then, but if you email me or call, we will definitely reach back out. Monday morning, we can't wait to see your campers. Have a good evening, but first stop by and get the big cookies and the bigger brownies and enjoy them as you go home or watch whatever you're watching tonight. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you all again Monday morning.
Shake your hand before I get out of here. Oh, Mr. Corbin, nice to meet you. I know you know my voice. I'm just working. Hey, what is glad you're here. You will. All right.
And Lauren and Mr. Wallace.
Yeah, I saw that. We'll take it in. What's your name? Yeah, okay. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Not to say that she doesn't, but they
Question.
that's,
So we talked yesterday.
Change.
Yeah, I still got, I got the invite for the quote here, but not the invite
So
because when I tried it, well, I need two, because when I tried it,
when you tried it,
when I tried to set it off, it said it was void.
We'll get that all straightened out.
Because when I got that invite, it said it was void because I didn't read the